Training in sports. In this chapter, we are going to study about training in sports, strength, endurance, speed, flexibility, coordinative abilities, circuit training, and high-altitude training. Introduction. The word training is not new for us. The process of preparation for any task is known as training. Training is an essential component in sports. It helps in fitness and conditioning of our body for sports and games. Let us know more about training in sports in this chapter. In sports, athletes to learn about the importance of having a healthy mind and body. It improves concentration and increases self-esteem. It allows the body to gradually build up strength, endurance, and confidence. Sports training is a process of preparing the athletes for a competition. It is a systematically planned operation which includes various exercises. These exercises have an impressive effect on the physical development of an athlete. Let us look at them one by one. Strength. It is the ability of muscles to overcome resistance. It is an essential element of physical fitness. It can be measured in pounds or dynes. Strength can broadly be divided into two types, dynamic and static. Dynamic strength is also called isotonic strength. It is related to movements. It is required at the time of pull-ups and push-ups. Dynamic strength can further be classified into three types. 1. Maximum strength, the ability to work against maximum resistance. Example, weightlifting, shot put. 2. Explosive strength, the ability to overcome resistance with high speed. Example, sprint start, long jump. And 3. Strength endurance, the ability to overcome resistance or to act against resistance under conditions of fatigue. Example, swimming, road cycling. Static strength. It is also known as isomeric strength. It is the ability of muscles to act against resistance. It can be measured by dynamometer. Let us now know the methods of improving different types of strength. Isometric exercises. These are not visible as there are no direct movements. In these exercises, a group of muscles are stretched more than the other group of muscles. When these exercises are done, muscles do not change their length. Isotonic exercises. These are visible as movements can be seen directly. These can be done with or without equipment. Here, muscles tone up, become flexible, and its length can be increased. Isokinetic exercises. These involve a specific type of muscle contraction, which is not applicable in sports and games except water sports like rowing and swimming. Here, contraction of muscle applies maximum force throughout the complete range of movement. The speed of contraction can be adjusted as per individual's capability. Endurance. It is the ability to sustain an activity. It is measured by the number of repetitions of a single exercise a person can do without rest. It includes activities that increase your breathing and heart rate like walking, jogging, and swimming. It is also called aerobic exercise. Endurance can be divided on the basis of two aspects, nature and duration of activity. On the basis of nature of activity, endurance can further be divided into basic, general, and specific endurances. Based on the duration of activity, endurance can be classified into speed. Example, sprint event. Short term. Example, 800-meter race. Middle term. Example, steeplechase race. And long term. Example, marathon race endurances. Methods to develop endurance. Endurance can be developed through three different methods, like continuous training method, interval training method, fartlek training method. In the continuous training method, intensity remains low as the exercise is done for a longer period without any break. example, cross-country race. It has some advantages like increase in the efficiency of heart and lungs, increase of glycogen in muscles and liver. Interval training method. It is training of heart introduced by Bikila, an athletic coach of Finland in 1920. It is also called terrace training, example 400-meter race with 80% speed. It is based upon effect and recovery principle. It has some advantages and disadvantages also. Advantages: performs more workout in short duration. Beneficial for respiratory and circulatory systems. Disadvantages: more chances of injuries, leads to heart diseases. Fartlek training method. The word fartlek is a Swedish word which means speed play. It is defined as periods of fast running intermixed with periods of slower running. For example, warm-up and jogging for 5 to 10 minutes, rapid walking for at least 5 minutes. This method has some advantages like good for aerobic and anaerobic fitness, keeps the heart rate high for allowing the athlete to get good cardiovascular endurance. Some disadvantages of this method are causes accident as it is not pre-planned. Appropriate check on trainees is difficult to maintain. Let us learn about speed, another component of sports training. It plays a vital role in every sport and game. It is the capacity of moving the whole body or a part with the greatest possible velocity. It occurs in different forms at different sports, such as reaction ability, the ability to react effectively and quickly to any action or signal. It can be simple and complex. Acceleration ability, the ability to achieve maximum speed from a stationary position or from low speed state. For example, gymnastic, hockey, football, etc. Movement speed, the ability to do movement in minimum time possible. For example, wrestling, boxing, throwing, etc. Locomotor's ability, the ability to maintain maximum speed for maximum time or distance. For example, track cycling, speed skating, football, etc. Speed endurance, the ability to perform movements with high speed under conditions of fatigue. Methods to develop speed. Well, let's analyze two important methods used to develop speed. These are acceleration runs, pace runs or races. Acceleration runs are the ability to attain maximum speed from a stationary position. It increases speed from jogging to running and finally sprinting. Pace runs or races. Pace is a synonym for speed or velocity. Pace races mean running the whole distance of a race at a constant speed. For example, 800 meters and above races come under pace races. Test yourself. The ability to work against maximum resistance is called, the options are A. Maximum strength, B. Minimum strength, C. Static strength, D. Strength endurance. Explanation. Maximum strength is the ability to work against maximum resistance. For example, weightlifting, hammer throw, shot put, javelin throw and discus throw. Now, let's discuss about flexibility. It is the ability to move a joint through its complete range of motion. Example, gymnastics. The degree of flexibility can vary around the body. It is affected by joint structure, muscle length, elasticity and nervous system. There are two types of flexibilities, like passive flexibility, the ability to do movements with greater distance by the external help like stretching exercises. It is always more than active flexibility. Active flexibility. It is the ability to do movement for a longer distance without external help. It can be of two types, static, example, lying, diving, sitting, etc. and dynamic, example, jogging, warming up, etc. Flexibility. Flexibility can be improved by following some methods, like static stretching method. It involves gradually easing into the stretch position and holding the position. Dynamic stretching method. It includes controlled leg and arm swings that take a person gently to the limit of his or her range of motion. Ballistic method. The movement is performed here with a swing in a rhythmic way. Proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation techniques. It involves the use of muscle contraction before the stretch in an attempt to achieve maximum muscle relaxation. It is the best suitable technique for increasing flexibility in a short time. Let us have a look at some more guidelines for improving flexibility. Begin flexibility exercise from adolescence. Perform flexibility exercises after a complete warm-up. Acquire proper knowledge about flexibility exercises. Let us now study about another fitness component, coordinative abilities. These are the abilities of an individual. These enable an individual to do various related activities properly and efficiently. These abilities depend on the central nervous system. There are 7 different types of coordinative abilities, which are truly important in the field of games and sports. They are orientation ability, the ability to change the position and movements of the body in time and space in relation to a definite field of action. Coupling ability, the ability of a player to move his physical organs in order to do his activities. Reaction ability, the ability to react quickly and effectively to a signal. Balance ability, the ability to maintain balance between body movements. Rhythm ability, the ability to produce a rhythm existing in motor memory. Adaptation ability, the ability to adjust or change the movement effectively on the basis of changes or anticipated changes in the situation. Differentiation ability, the ability to achieve a high level of fine-tuning of individuals' body part movements. Get to know about the circuit training method. Circuit training is a scientific arrangement of exercises performed systematically and repeatedly as circuit. The principal objective of this training is to develop strength and endurance, including mobility and flexibility. Divided into 4 major types, which are timed circuit training. In this training, the duration of rest and workout remains fixed. Competition circuit training. Here, emphasis is on the number of repetitions you make in 30 seconds. Repetition circuit training. It is appropriate for those athletes who have different levels of physical fitness. Running or sport-specific circuit training. Here, exercises are selected from any specific sports. Method has some significant features like exercise of whole body parts, more number of repetitions. Aim is to develop endurance and strength. Strain is to be increased gradually. Exercises like dumbbells, free hand exercises, frog jumps, etc. are included. Muscles involved in the first exercise should not be repeated in the next. There should be no pause or very little pause after each exercise. Running on the spot. In this training, let's examples of circuit training method. Push-ups 10 to 20 times. Running on the spot. Standing jumps 10 to 20 times. Half squats with weight. Bench press in sitting position. In circuit training, there should be at least 10 stations. Exercise can be changed according to the requirement of the game and efficiency of athletes. Circuit training has some advantages like easy to learn, can be performed indoors and outdoors, helps in burning extra calories. There are some disadvantages also like require ample space to set up the circuit exercises and equipment. Require specialized equipment like gym equipment. Let us throw light on another interesting training of fitness exercises, that is, high-altitude training. It refers to the practice by some endurance athletes of training for several weeks at high altitude. It includes exercising in environments with a reduced level of oxygen. Many athletes use altitude training programs to enhance their physical performance. It is known as hypoxic training. Various techniques have been introduced in order to expose athletes beneficial effects of high-altitude training. These are live high and train high, live low and train high, live high and train low. The type of training impacts athletes on both aspects, beneficial and negative. Beneficial impacts. When an individual trains in low oxygen, their body struggles to produce enough energy by increasing the number of red blood cells. This adaptation allows the body to utilize oxygen better. It also increases the efficiency of the respiratory and cardiovascular system. Negative impacts. Increase in red blood cells makes the blood thicker that causes slow blood flow. It leads to increased risk of infections. Some additional negative impacts of this training are dehydration, nausea and loss of appetite. Test yourself. The ability to move a joint through its complete range of motion is called. The options are A. Strength, B. Flexibility, C. Speed, D. Endurance. Explanation. It is the ability to move a joint through its complete range of motion. It is important for success in many sports like gymnastics. The degree of flexibility can vary around the body. It is affected by joint structure, muscle length, elasticity, and nervous system. Let us summarize the chapter. Training allows the body to gradually build up strength, endurance, motivation, ambition, and confidence. Strength is the ability of the muscles to overcome resistance. Endurance is the ability to sustain an activity. Speed is the capacity of moving the whole body or a part with the greatest possible velocity. Flexibility is the ability to move a joint through its complete range of motion. Coordinative abilities are the abilities of an individual which enable the individual to do various related activities properly as well as efficiently. Circuit training is a scientific arrangement of exercises performed systematically and repeatedly as circuit. High-altitude training refers to the practice by some endurance athletes of training for several weeks at high altitude.